see a few holes. We've got a wound underneath.
Looks like it, isn't it? Oh, there he is.
Welcome to Laser Bullets. We are in Wangaratta. It is the tour of the King Valley. Guys, we've got something to tell you today. This is a cool race. It's a cool race for one reason. The Saturday stage is friggin' awesome. It has, stop sticking your head in there. It has gravel. So what we want to do today is kind of show you this stuff. Show you the gravel, show you how we're going to ride it, show you some of the equipment we'll use. Guys, it's an epic stage. We'll do a whole race vlog dedicated to it, but we're going to talk about this because this is one of the best races of the year, full stop. I got to catch up. So about 5Ks to this first sector. Obviously, we'll talk a bit about the tactics a bit later on, but this will obviously be a fight. Pretty wide open run, big field this weekend. Next step, first dirt, let's go. Speed me up there, Luke. I'm not pedaling over there. Oh, you're learning. This is nice. Luke, when he first tried to do sticky bottles, basically killed us. Now, go a bit faster, pull me up, right up. Be a little slingshot. Keep speeding, keep speeding, keep speeding. Thank you. Now he's a pro.
First sector just hit the gravel. First theory is it's not really gravel, it's sand. Basically, I mean, this is like a wet beach to start with. Kind of, I would describe this as clay, with some pretty sharp rocks. With this little bit of moisture, it's a bit like it was last year actually. Notice how Lee just got out of that shot. A bit like last year. The wetness, the moisture seems to hold it all together, like clay would.
Maybe just acknowledge that was one of the other teams.
That was one of the women's teams. Specialised Women's Racing. Shout out. You're probably not in the vlog because I'll cut that bit. Yeah, Gussie, how do you ride this stuff?
This one's a bit tricky because it's not quite as, it's not just like a hard packed dirt, it's actually quite soft. There are a lot of sharp rocks on it, so I think this area in particular might be a bit tricky with flats. The best way to ride it is obviously look ahead. You want to be looking much further than where you're actually riding. You want to find the smoothest lines where you can see any mud or any soft sections, and obviously stay away from those. Stay away from the edges. The road usually sort of crowns and comes off to the side, so if you sit right on the edge you can actually just slide off, and pretty much just try and stay relaxed. It's very hard, obviously it's very nerve-wracking, very tense, but try and keep your upper body as relaxed as possible and sort of let the bike do its thing. I mean, if it's trying to do something a bit dangerous, obviously fix it, but you want to kind of let the bike just find its way through. If you're trying to fight it all the time, it gets very tiring, and that's when you can just sort of slide out a bit. Pretty much just try and stay relaxed, look ahead and find all the smooth bits.
So this is the first sector. It's flat, it's downhill actually, which I'm not particularly delighted about. The main climb of the day is on gravel. So we're going to truck over to that now, get over to it, have a look. It's the big selection point of the whole event, and we'll talk about climbing on gravel, which again is a little bit different.
It's a bit chilly, so heated seats.
Shimano, we need heated seats. talk about, you know, riding this, and obviously riding at the tops, like Junior has said, is the right thing to do with it. But honestly, the gravel's actually super smooth. It's really nice. There's a little bit of loose, sandy type stuff, but Heffron's like 30 times worse than this. For example, I can jump out of the saddle, maybe just drifting too far to the side of the road. It does kind of slip away there, and with a lot of loose stuff, this is in really good condition, to be honest. But I mentioned it's called Strada NERO. Something in that.
What I thought we'd do is we would have a bit of a talk about some of the equipment that we're running for the gravel sectors tomorrow. So obviously with the wheels, the big kind of first up selection is it clinchers or is it tubulars that we're running. Having done the recce yesterday, I was suggesting the majority of the guys will be on tubs. A couple of reasons for that. You can probably run the lower tyre pressure and get away with it. Also means you can probably ride through some of the sectors if you do flat on them, get through the sector and then maybe get the wheel change on the other end of it.
We're running tubulars, so we run Corsa Vittora Corsas. We're running 28mm tyres because of the rim on the C60s. We find they get damaged. They have narrower tyres on, so we've got that's a set of 26mm on that one. You can see that the depth there is not that wide, so if you hit a stone or something, it tends to actually mark the outside of the wheel. So we prefer to run thicker tyres. So we tend to find in the dirt that the Duros, we're running a brand new Duros cassette, which is worth about 150 bucks, 160 bucks. Ultegra ones are a bit cheaper to run, and budget-wise, it's just easier for us to run these Ultegra cassettes at King Valley. They still last just as good, but a dirt road with a dirty chain will chew through the cassette really quick. Try and clean them tomorrow night, see how they come up. I'll ride again with them on Sunday on the dirt road again, so they certainly will not be this clean come Sunday night.
Yeah, we'll run carbons, but mostly because the gravel's not, like, it's loose, so it's not like dangerous from that perspective. It's pretty fine, to be honest. And the braking on these wheels, the C40s and C60s, having ridden them in the wet through slop at Tour of the Great South Coast, I gotta say, is like, it's freaking good, basically. This is not Roubaix. We will not be double wrapping bar tape or anything like that. It's nothing like that. But something we will do though maybe is change some of the bottle cages, some of the loose, like really light fitting carbon ones. We'll get rid of those and put a plastic one in. Just grips the bottle a bit better, less chance of it falling out and bouncing all over the place. Guaranteed, you will see it tomorrow. You'll see bottles come banging out of people's bottle cages, the first sector. We will run sealant in the tubulars preemptively. A lot of the time it can sort of help with those nicks and cuts. Weight's not a big issue for this sort of thing, so there's no issue about putting a bit more weight in there. What's the convoy like tomorrow?
We have a trust network of about 4 of us that trust each other's driving,
right,
which is myself, Sam Lazell from Oliver's, Russell Menzies. We're all.
Hang on, we trust Rusty?
Yeah, we trust Rusty.
Oh, come on.
Some of these other teams. Why we say that for is because on dirt roads, there's 142 riders tomorrow, which is normally an RS day. There's 90, so we've beefed the numbers up by 50. At least there's going to be at least 10 or 15 flats on the course, so the team cars try and get in front to get their riders serviced naturally, so they're back on, get their time. We've got a tiny bit of a secret mission that we do. We've got enough staff tomorrow, so we're going to bump some staff around on the dirt sector.
Oh, should we tell anyone that? We'll wait. We'll keep that secret
this will be out
for later on. Yeah.
This will be out tomorrow night. Yeah. So it's not secret. A lot of teams do it. They have someone on the dirt sector with spare wheels. If we can't get there, someone else will be there to give them because you get a flat on dirt. You can still ride it for at least 5 minutes. So it's a bit of a tactical manoeuvre tomorrow. Actually, it's quite hard. It's probably the hardest NERO race we do in terms of keeping the bikes moving.
show the C24 tubs for tomorrow? Yeah, interesting. So, yeah, Junior's going to run the C24 tubs tomorrow. That was disastrous for me. Fell off from the TT. The weather is, well, it's sunny now. It's meant to rain tonight. It's meant to be drizzling in the morning. We will see. Not every NRS stage is created equal. Tomorrow is a special one.
Yeah.
So that is something to get excited about, and the only way we get a good result tomorrow is by 7 people pulling really in the one direction, because there are much better sprinters here and there's quite a few good climbers here. So the way we do it is seven dudes keen on getting a result.
I think it's the Chris Miller. We refer to him as the Chris Miller. I don't know what was going on in that phase. The orange with the yellow, with the blue, with the other yellow, with the blue. I don't know.